Before you learn all about Darklords and how to play them, there is a quick thing you could do to support myself and also yourself. I officially have a join button. Click the join button, then you will gain exclusive member access to the best, most competitive, most active Duel Links Discord there is. Join daily, weekly, and monthly events, which we have a free giveaway tournament on May 1st, 7 p.m. EST for. Receive new player help. Discuss and review new boxes. Browse endless daily King of Game deck lists or first place decks from daily anytime tournaments. Discuss new events as they come out. Discuss new decks before they come out or even top decks. Whether you are a new player, top player, event player, or lurker, come join the Discord today by clicking the join button. I'll see you in the Discord.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Welcome to part 2 of my box review. Part 1, we discussed all the ultra rare and super rare cards that are not tied to a deck type: X-Sabers, Blue Eyes, Heroes, Noble Knights, Parshath, and Elswarm. It is now time to talk about Darklords. This is the main deck type of the new box. I am so hyped for these. I definitely think this deck has top tier potential. Now, what are Darklords about? They're all about big, dark fairy monsters. Most of them share the quick effect of once per turn during either player's turn, pay 1,000 life, activate the effect of a Darklord spell/trap from your graveyard, then shuffle it into your deck. The main 2 cards to copy with your Darklord effects from your graveyard are the Sanctified Darklord and Darklord Contact. The Sanctified Darklord, while in the graveyard and shuffled back in the deck by a Darklord monster, can negate any monster effect. You do not pay the cost when using it from a Darklord monster. You also gain life equal to the negated monster's attack, which means you can negate your own big Darklord monsters and gain a ton of life points. Now, if it's not in your graveyard and you have it on the field set, you're going to flip it up. The cost is sending a Darklord monster from your hand or face up from the field to the graveyard in order to negate a monster on the field. The other good card to use with your Darklords is Darklord Contact. This is a normal spell. Special summon a Darklord from the graveyard and face up defense. This becomes a quick play effect when used from a Darklord. If something bad's about to happen, chain your Darklord effect to copy it, shuffle it back in the deck, then special summon another Darklord from the grave. So these 2 cards combo together with your Darklords are amazing. Quick play negate, quick play special summon from the grave. Now, these are the 4 Darklords that could copy the spell/traps from the grave during either player's turn. Also, they all share the negative effect of only being able to be special summoned once per turn. Let's start with Darklord yugioh. You could discard this card and one other Darklord card to draw 2 cards. Now, notice how it's a Darklord card. Everything that says discard another Darklord card, it does not need to be a monster. So discarding your Darklord Contact or your Darklord Trap is a great way to get them in the graveyard to instantly start copying their effects. So very nice. Pot of Greed in Darklords. Moving on, we have Lord Tez. This card is great. You could discard this card to protect any Darklord on the field from battle or effect destruction. This is a hand trap. It is a surprise. Their monster's bigger. They're trying to destroy yours by a card effect. Discard this and you're protected. And then we have Darklord Nastin. Darklord Nastin is discard 2 other Darklord cards, special summon this card. Now, that might seem like a hefty cost to special summon, but this card is a core card of your deck to special summon itself. And then we have Darklord Amdust. You could discard this card plus another Darklord to add any Darklord card from your graveyard to your hand. The main 2 ways to special summon with Darklords is your Darklord Contact and your Darklord Nastin. Those are your combo enablers to actually do anything. Now, let's talk about the other relevant Darklords. There are 2 of them. We have super rare Darklord Superbia. When this card is special summoned from your Darklord contact, it could special summon a Darklord from the graveyard in attack or defense. Then we have Darklord Ukobak. This is the only Darklord that can be normal summoned without tribute. When this card is normal or special summon, you could send any Darklord card to the graveyard from the deck. So this could be helpful for sending your spell, trap, or even using it with Amdust to add any card from the grave to your hand. And then we have two Darklord boss monsters. Now, just because they are the boss monsters, that does not mean you have to use them. The first one is Darklord Desire. This is a single tribute summon if using a Darklord. During your main phase 1, you could lose 1,000 attack to target a monster your opponent controls, face up or face down, send it to the graveyard. So that means they cannot protect with Fuma, cannot protect with Shien, send it to the graveyard, then your Desire becomes 2,000 attack. But with your Sanctified Darklord Trap, you can negate its effect to go back up to 3,000 attack and then also gain 3,000 life. This is a great surprise if they swing in on your Desire. And then we have the final boss monster, Darklord Morningstar. This is a double tribute. What makes this card good is it cannot be targeted by card effects if you control another Darklord. On summon, you could special summon Darklords from your deck or hand, equal to the amount of effect monsters your opponent controls. Also, once per turn, you could mill your deck equal to the amount of Darklords on the field, gain 500 life for each card milled. So how are we going to summon this? You're going to use Darklord Contact to special summon your Superbia. Superbia will trigger to special summon any other Darklord from the grave, and then you could normal summon your Morningstar. Now think about this with a sample hand of Darklords. Your hand is 2 effect monster negate traps, a Tez, and a Nastin. Now remember, Tez is the hand trap to protect you from battle or effect destruction, and Nastin is the card where you discard 2 other cards to special summon itself. So what we're going to do is with this hand, we're going to discard both of our trap to special summon our Nastin. We now have a 2,600 attack and defense monster on the field. And with 2 traps in the grave, once per turn during either player's turn, we could shuffle them back into the deck to negate any face-up monster on the field and then gain life equal to its attack. And then we could also protect our 2,600 attack monster from battle or effect destruction by discarding Tez. That is an incredible opener. For example, if they have an Anishi and a Shien, Shien cannot negate the trap being shuffled back in the deck, and then they can't use Anishi effects. And you also can't be dual wielded because you only have 1 monster on the field. Any deck that could deal with an Anishi, Shien, and or dual wield is a potentially great deck. All right, let's watch 2 replays with Darklords. We're going to use Darklord Pog of Greed, then activate the Darklord spell to special summon her onto the field. 2,900 defense. That's a huge booty. We also have the set Darklord Trap, which will negate any monster effect in the field and also gain life equal to its attack. We also have Darklord Tez, which we could discard to protect our Darklord lady from being destroyed by battle or card effects. All right, let's see. Fuma, special, Shien, set to dual wield. We do not care. All right, draw for our turn. We're going to draw 2. Then, drawing into Nastin, we're going to discard the trap and the Tez to special summon itself on the field. We would be using Beatdown here, by the way. Go into battle, swing in, completely playing into dual wield just to show you how powerful this deck is. We chain Nastin effect to the dual wield to copy the spell from the grave to special summon any of our Darklords from the grave onto the field. 1,000 life, copy, shuffle, and then we have her back on the field. And it's also sent back to our hand. Not a big deal. Thanks a lot. We get to Pog of Greed. He now normal summons Anishi, which could spell trouble for us as he goes for an OTK. Special summons a Keyzon, targets our Darklord lady. We use her effect to pay 1,000 to copy the trap from the grave to negate Anishi. Shien cannot prevent this. Very good. Gains 1,700 life after negating its effect. Ends his turn. We draw. We're going to Pog of Greed and then Tribute for Desire. Lose 1,000 attack to send a monster on the field to the graveyard. That Xian cannot protect itself. It's not being destroyed by card effect. It is being sent to the graveyard. So goodbye. We are 2,000 attack. Swinging in, I'm going to activate my own trap to go back up to 3,000 attack. Big boost. Alrighty, normal summons keys on, he can't do anything. Now, the great thing about activating this card on the attack was playing around a dual wield. Top deck a contact, special summon Superbia, special summon from the graveyard. Now, even with dual wield, we have a big field. We don't care. Send our monsters back to our hand. All right, top decks a Fuma, Shokan into Xian, takes out our Superbia, but we protect it with Tez by discarding, so we are not destroyed by battle or card effect. Now, it's worth noting, I think last turn, it probably would have been much better to summon a non-Superbia Darklord so you could copy the contact from the graveyard. All right, draw for our turn, Nest in time, discard 2, special summon. This shows the importance of having most of your deck be Darklords or you're going to be bricking. We're going to use Nest effect to copy the contact, special summon our Darklord lady onto the field. That's a huge beatdown, by the way. Also gain 2,500 life by copying the trap to negate herself. Just a little bit of BM. Take out the Xian, take out the 6 Sam. Love it. All right, next replay. Let's do it. We're going first this time. We're going to Nast him by discarding the spell and the trap. This means quick play during either player's turn. We can negate any face-up monster on the field and gain life equal to its attack at the cost of 1k life. Also, we are protected due to having a Tez in our hand, so we cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Double Dojo, Anishi, we have an out for that. He goes into Kizon. He drew the literal nuts, but with Darklords, we don't care. Now, I feel bad here because he's supposed to have the tie that binds. If he had the tie that binds, we would be protected with Tez from the hand. Just saying. All right, Kazaru, he activates. We chain Nastin to Anishi effect. He's trying to return it to our hand so we get OTK us. We're going to negate the Anishi. He cannot prevent it with Xian. Shuffle back in the deck, gain 1,700 life. Thank you very much. It is now our turn. You could just pretend the Tez is in the graveyard if you want at this point, since he would have ties. All right, top deck to contact, swing in, which would even be better for us, so it would make our contact live, by the way. I guess I feel pretty good about having this Tez. That's it. What could the 6 Sam player do? That is the power of Nastin. That is the power of Darklords. Now, this is the part of the review where I discuss any hidden gems within the box that are rare or common. I could not find any worth discussing, so let me know in the comments below if you found any rare or normal cards that were worth discussing, maybe a hidden gem within this box. Probably not, since it's only a mini box. Otherwise, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you all. Dkayed Brigade, out.